At Auchan, we have a vision. We have a purpose. We need to eat well, to live better, while protecting the earth. That's our mission, our ambition. Retail companies are at a cornerstone because we are in the middle between consumers and producers. We are the key, we have the key to unlock the door towards sustainable consumption. When we know that a third of GHG emissions globally comes from food, when we know that when we know that a third of land is used for food production, we see that we are part of the problem, but also part of the solution. We need to embrace food into transition. Today, it's still at the heart of a loss of biodiversity. Food is also related to global diseases, such as obesity, such as diabetes, for instance. So talking about climate in food production is also talking about health issues. That's why we need to engage into a more sustainable food system. Food is also culture, and food is also pleasure. This will always remain. But we want to give to each individual and each family the capacity, the concrete possibility to eat well, live better, while protecting the earth. When I say that, let's have in mind that at Auchan we'll sell a lot of products, really a lot. Food products mainly, also non-food products. We are among the top 5 producers, retailers in Europe, 30 billion euros turnover. We're also a family-owned company. This is important to have in mind when talking about values, when talking about ambition. But we sell hundreds of thousands of products and references in various food and non-food categories. Some are our own brand products, and a lot of them also are national or international brand products. Given all that, let's talk about our environmental impact, our carbon footprint. Auchan emits more than 30 million tons of CO2 per year. This is huge. 96% of it is linked to the products we put on the market. We began our climate journey after the Paris Agreement, like many other companies. We decided to take engagement to decrease our energy consumption in 2015, and we delivered it. In 2021, we renewed this engagement by setting an ambition, a much more structured climate strategy. Our objectives that you can see here have been approved recently, at the beginning of the year, by the Science Based Targets initiative, which means we do our part in the global fight against global warming. These objectives are, for us, an ambition to decrease by 46% our emissions from our stores, and to decrease by 1/4 the emissions coming from our Scope 3, the products we put on our shelves. 70% of our carbon footprint is linked to food products. So that's where we'll put our body weight, because this is where we will shift the company. We will transition for sustainable consumption, which means also sustainable agriculture. How do we do that? We will manage to do that through partnering with our producers. That's the reason why we launched a few months ago a program called Partners for Decarbonation. Partners for Decarbonation is a global program deployed in all Auchan countries where we operate, in more than 10 countries, mainly in Europe. It's a method, it's an acceleration program. The idea is to train and communicate with our suppliers and to align our buyers internally and our suppliers into the decarbonation journey. We need to find, collectively, solutions to decarbonize food production. Our goal is to help suppliers to progress on the knowledge and to progress on the resources they affect to decarbonation. We have lots of products, as I said. We have loads of suppliers, so we need a method, and we'll go step by step. First, we focus on suppliers that represent the most of our turnover and the most of our carbon footprint, both of them. We focus on the most emissive categories of products: milk, meat, pet food, all the dairy products. We assess our suppliers, these categories of suppliers. We send questionnaires, we ask them what they already do, we ask them for data, we ask them for action plans, and we make clusters. Some of our suppliers, they are already engaged since a long time, longer than us, so we can learn from them. And all the other suppliers in the same category can learn from them. Some suppliers, they are at the beginning of this journey, so we need to accompany them, we need to train them, to guide them. And our responsibility at Auchan is to set the platform for that dialogue. Then we develop partnerships. We'll talk about renewable energy, we'll talk about sustainable agriculture, regenerative agriculture, we'll talk about innovations, and we'll collectively find solutions to decarbonize food production. And last but not least, we measure. There is no performance with no measure. We at Auchan invest in these difficult economic times into carbon tracking tools in order to see the impact and to be able to measure the impact of our actions. Partners for Decarbonation is also a training program. Training for our buyers and training for our suppliers. As I said, we don't have all the answers, and our suppliers don't have all the answers. How do I decarbonize my milk? How do I speak to my supplier or to the supplier of my supplier about changing recipes, about changing ingredients? How do I run tests? How do I ensure that the final client will buy my product, even if it's decarbonized? Someone has still to buy it. And also, what value does it bring? Monetary value, carbon value. This is a new dialogue we're beginning with our suppliers, and we are keen to embed it into our normal commercial negotiation cycles, for instance. This is really for us a new way of doing business. The first wave of suppliers that we'll address through this program represents 1,200 suppliers. It's a lot. Over 7,000 will be addressed at the end of the program after 4 waves of questionnaires and dialogue. In 2024, a half of our carbon footprint due to products will be addressed through this program. In 2030, and after 4 waves, we will have addressed the number of suppliers that we need to achieve our goal of decarbonizing our food products from 25%. So we will make sure, through close monitoring that the actions taken by our suppliers will be enough, in the end, to decarbonize by 25%. This is a huge ambition, and we will achieve it collectively with our suppliers. We strongly believe in collaboration, joint efforts towards the same goal. We are not the only retailer and the only company that wants to decarbonize food products, so we'll play it collectively. And our value chain, in the end, what is it? In the end, there is a farmer. At the end of the day, our producers are farmers. So that's why sustainable agriculture, regenerative agriculture, is the key to unlock the carbon footprint and to decarbonize our collective carbon footprint. Decarbonation is a matter of risks. It's a matter of risky shifts, investments, commercial opportunities as well. And we'll need to share the monetary value that will be created along the value chain within this transition. So we won't just arrive at the end of the value chain and take all the credit for the actions led by our suppliers and our producers and our farmers. We'll do our part in this journey. We strongly believe that sustainable agriculture is the key to shift our model from the farm to the fork and through retailers. So decarbonizing our products by activating decarbonation actions and proposing a meaningful offer to our clients, these are the two sides of the same coin. It will be a sustainable coin, I hope. Thank you.